Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 4th and 5th of June 2023. Let's start with our session. Reward program is assisted by which institution in India? So reward program is a World Bank assisted initiative that is being implemented from 2021 to 2026. And why it was in news? Because its implementation was reviewed recently by the Secretary in the Department of Land Resources and the World Bank team. Okay. And what is the full form of this reward program? So it is rejuvenating watershed for agricultural resilience through innovative development program. Fine. So only thing you have to remember is the reward program is assisted by World Bank. Now talking about World Bank, recently Mr. Ajay Banga has been selected as the president of World Bank and he has succeeded David Malpass, right? So he will serve this position for the next 5 years. And talking about Mr. Ajay Banga, he is the former CEO of MasterCard. Fine. Now there are some reports from the World Bank that are important and were in news these days. The first one is World Development Report. The second is Business Ready Project. And the aim of this project is to examine the business and investment climate in economies worldwide, right? Then the third report from World Bank is the Joint Malnutrition Estimates Report. Okay, and this is a joint report of UNICEF, World Bank and the World Health Organization. So usually it is asked that this report has been published by which institution. So these are the different reports of only World Bank. Okay. Next question is Atal Bhujal Yojana, which was seen in the news recently, is implemented by which union ministry? So Atal Bhujal Yojana is a central sector water conservation scheme and it will continue for an additional 2 years beyond its original 2025 end date. Okay, and it is implemented by Ministry of Jal Shakti. Basic objective of the scheme is to improve the management of groundwater resources in select water stressed areas in identified states like Gujarat, Haryana, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh. Okay, so only thing here relevant is Atal Bhujal Yojana is implemented by Ministry of Jal Shakti. And why it was in news? Because it has been decided that it will continue for an additional tenure of 2 years beyond its original deadline of 2025. Basic objective is to improve the management of groundwater resources. Fine. Now talking about Ministry of Jal Shakti, few days back it has conducted the first ever census of water bodies across India, right? And the top 5 states in terms of the number of water bodies are West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha and Assam, right? So Atal Bhujal Yojana is implemented by Ministry of Jal Shakti. Which union ministry unveiled the National Medical Devices Policy 2023? So this policy was unveiled recently by India's Union Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia, and also he launched the Export Promotion Council for Medical Devices along with assistance for medical devices clusters for common facilities. Okay, so this National Medical Devices Policy is associated with Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, the minister of which is Mr. Mansukh Mandavia. Now if we talk about some important news regarding Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, so National Ayush Mission is very important and it is a joint effort of Ministry of Health and Family Welfare along with Ministry of Ayush, right? Basic aim is to prioritize integrative health for well-being of the public. Okay. Also, Health Ministry has collaborated with Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs to launch a unique initiative to develop 100 food streets in 100 different districts across the country. And basic aim is to provide safe and healthy practices to decrease the foodborne illnesses and improve overall health outcomes for the citizens. Fine. So you can be asked that 100 food street is the initiative of which two union ministries? So answer would be Ministry of Health and Family Welfare along with Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Who has been appointed as the chairperson of the Cheetah Project Steering Committee set up by NTCA? So National Tiger Conservation Authority has constituted an 11-member Cheetah Project Steering Committee, and Rajesh Bansal, who is the Secretary General of Global Tiger Forum, has been appointed as its chairman. Okay, so here answer would be Mr. Rajesh Bansal. Now if we talk about some recent appointments, so who's the new chairman of SAIL? SAIL means Steel Authority of India Limited. So the new chairman of SAIL is Mr. Amarendu Prakash. Okay. Then who's the new MD of SECI, means Solar Energy Corporation of India? This is Mr. Ajay Yadav. Okay. Then Mr. Praveen Kumar Srivastav has been recently appointed as the Central Vigilance Commissioner. Fine. And once again, GC Murmu has been re-elected as the External Auditor of WHO for a 4-year term. Fine. Next question is, XPoSat, India's first polarimetry mission, is being built by which institution? What is the full form of XPoSat? So it is X-ray polarimeter satellite. Okay. And it is India's very first polarimetry mission, and currently it is being built by ISRO and Raman Research Institute. So as per the ISRO, XPoSat will study various dynamics of bright astronomical X-ray sources in extreme conditions, and it will carry 2 payloads. Also, it is only the world's second polarimetry mission to study various dynamics of bright astronomical X-ray sources in the extreme conditions. Fine. So 2 things are important. What is the name of India's first polarimetry mission? So it is XPoSat, which belongs to ISRO. And what is the full form of XPoSat? So it is X-ray polarimeter satellite. Fine. Now let's see few of the things why ISRO was in news these days. First of all, ISRO has launched an initiative to provide an overview of different aspects of space science and technology to the students, and the name of this project is START. Okay, what is the full form of START? Space Science and Technology Awareness Training. Okay. Now also ISRO has launched NVS-01 satellite, and the mission life of this satellite is 12 years. Basic aim is to enhance the existing navigation infrastructure. Fine. So you can be asked that which organization or institution has launched NVS-01 satellite. So that would be ISRO, means it belongs to India. Next is, which institution released the environmental guidelines for stone crushing units? So Central Pollution Control Board, means CPCB, recently released the environmental guidelines for the stone crushing units, and these guidelines are based on the recommendations of the New Delhi based non-profit Center for Science and Environment. Talking about CPCB, it is a statutory organization which works under Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Okay. So which institution has released these environmental guidelines for stone crushing units? Answer would be Central Pollution Control Board. Now also yesterday we have seen that the very first plastic fall has been predicted in which city? So that is Paris. So the first plastic fall has been predicted in the Paris city. Now few days back, Swiss firm IQ Air has released the World Air Quality Report, in which it was found that India is the world's 8th most polluted country. Okay, so this was the report from IQ Air. Which union ministry has granted 45.34 crore rupees to Unani medicine research and development bodies? So Unani or Arabian medicine is a comprehensive approach to promote natural healing and overall wellness that has been originated from ancient Greek principles developed millions of years ago. So for the very first time, the Ministry of Minority Affairs has granted 45.34 crore rupees to the 2 Unani medicine research and development bodies under the Ministry of Ayush. Okay, so which union ministry has granted this much amount to Unani medicine research and development bodies? So that would be Ministry of Minority Affairs and not Ministry of Ayush. Okay, next is, which Asian country released its National Climate Research Agenda? So this agenda has been released by India, and it was released during the inauguration of the 2-day International Climate Research Conclave, which was organized at Department of Science and Technology's Center of Excellence in Climate Studies at IIT Bombay. So basic aim is to coordinate the national efforts focusing on the understanding and addressing the climate change by 2030 and beyond. Okay, so which Asian country has released this National Climate Research Agenda? Answer would be India. Which company will operate and maintain Colaba-Bandra SEEPZ Metro's Line 3, Mumbai's first fully underground corridor? So this Line 3 is Mumbai's first fully underground corridor, and it will be operated and maintained by DMRC, means Delhi Metro Rail Corporation. So the contract has been awarded to DMRC for a duration of 10 years for the operation and maintenance of this metro line. Okay, so which company will operate and maintain this Colaba-Bandra SEEPZ Metro's Line 3, which is Mumbai's first fully underground corridor? So that would be DMRC, means Delhi Metro Rail Corporation. Now we have seen that the very first Vande Bharat Express of Northeast has been flagged off recently in the state of Assam, right? And this new Vande Bharat Express would connect Assam to New Jalpaiguri. Fine. Which institutions released the Gaganyaan Recovery Training Plan? So Indian Navy and ISRO have released the Gaganyaan Recovery Training Plan at INS Garuda in Kochi. Okay, so it provides a training plan for recovery of the crew module of the Gaganyaan mission, and this model was also formally handed over to the Indian Navy. So this Gaganyaan Recovery Training Plan is associated with ISRO and Indian Navy. Next is, who chairs the Governing Council meeting of Niti Aayog? So everyone knows that Prime Minister chairs the Governing Council meeting of Niti Aayog. So this time Prime Minister Narendra Modi has chaired the 8th Governing Council meeting of Niti Aayog, where? At New Delhi. So it was attended by the Chief Ministers and Lieutenant Governors representing 19 states and the 6 union territories, and also he urged the center states and the union territories that they should work as Team India and fulfill the dreams and aspirations of people for a Viksit Bharat at 2047. Fine. So who chairs the Governing Council meeting of Niti Aayog? This is our Prime Minister. And why it was in news? Because recently Prime Minister Narendra Modi has chaired the 8th Governing Council meeting of Niti Aayog at New Delhi. Fine. Next is, Srikrishnan Harihara Sarma has been appointed as the MD and CEO of which particular bank? So Karnataka Bank has appointed Mr. Srikrishnan Harihara Sarma as Managing Director and CEO, and he has nearly 4 decades of experience spread across commercial, retail and transactional banking, technology and payments, and also he was a part of the founding management team at HDFC Bank Limited for over 9 years. Fine. So you can be asked that who is the current MD and CEO of Karnataka Bank. So that would be Srikrishnan Harihara Sarma. Now apart from it, Mr. D.K. Govindaraj has been recently elected as the new president of Basketball Federation of India. Okay. Then Saurabh Ganguly has been elected as the new brand ambassador of Tripura Tourism. Okay. Then Paytm has recently appointed Mr. Bhavesh Gupta as its new president and CEO. Then who is the new CEO of Vodafone? This is Margherita Della Valle. Fine. Next question is, Reserve Bank of India has recently sanctioned the merger of which cooperative banks? So RBI has sanctioned the merger of Maratha Cooperative Bank with Cosmos Cooperative Bank, and the scheme has been sanctioned in exercise of the powers conferred under subsection 4 of the section 44A in Banking Regulation Act 1949. So all the branches of Maratha Sehkari Bank will function as the branches of Cosmos Cooperative Bank. Fine. So RBI has recently sanctioned the merger of Cosmos Cooperative Bank and Maratha Cooperative Bank. Don't forget that the Bank of Maharashtra has been declared as the top performer in NPA management in financial year 23. Okay. Saudi Arabia announced to restore full diplomatic ties with which particular country? So Saudi Arabia and Canada is to restore the full diplomatic ties and appoint new ambassadors, which would bring an end to a dispute from 2018. So this rift between the two countries began when Canada's embassy in Riyadh published a tweet in Arabic calling for the immediate release of women's rights activists who were detained there in Saudi Arabia. Okay. So recently Saudi Arabia has basically announced to restore the full diplomatic ties with the country Canada. Now, who is the new president of the country? Nigeria. This is Bola Tinubu. Okay. Then next is Mr. Tayyip Erdogan, and recently he has been re-elected as the president of Turkey. Now, who is the 22nd president of Bangladesh country? This is Shahabuddin Chuppu, right? And who is the Vice President of UAE? This is Sheikh Mansour. These are the few important international level appointments. Fine. So these are the most important current affairs and the news from today. And now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions. And at the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.